Welcome to Fat Lad Ad Week 1, official Week 1. Just about to go out for the day up to Ironbridge for a bit of a walk. Catch up then.
Leave at the third exit.
I'm not going to say.
So this is us driving to Ironbridge. I feel like I'm going to be taken on a forced walk, which is one of my least favourite things to do. But we'll see how it goes. And you'll probably just hear me complaining all the way round.
This is what I want to be doing. None of these battery farm pork pies. Only hand raised. Well, good day out at Ironbridge. Didn't film much of it because there was quite a lot of people around and it felt a bit stupid. But home now. Gonna have some coffee and maybe go out for a run later. Speak to you soon. Well, here it is then. Week 1 official. Fat Lad Ad. About to go out for a run on this Monday evening, bank holiday Monday evening. See how I get on. Same again. Warm up and then a run as far as I can for that first time. I'm probably not going to film a whole lot of this, maybe talk to you after my first run just to let you know how far I got after that first run, which is the critical thing. And then hopefully head home with a bit of exercise done under my belt, ready for a nice relaxing bank holiday Monday evening. Catch you in a bit. Not good. I should have had a rest day, but it was my first day of the week. Basically, I got to the place I wanted to be after my first run, after 3 runs. So, I'm just not feeling it today. Had a fairly big lunch, which I'll tell you about later. But there's no excuse really. Should be doing better this. So, today I'm just going to do a lot of short but maybe faster runs. Try and get the benefit of that rather than running for a long time. So maybe do like 2 lampposts worth of walking and then 2 lampposts worth of running from this point, depending on how consistent the lampposts are. You know what the council's like. So yeah, I'll talk to you at the end and let you know how I got on. Well, despite the failure at the start, I actually quite enjoyed the running between lampposts. It reminded me of my school days when I used to run home from my friend's house. Once it got dark, I had to be in when it got dark, so I would run and I would sprint between the lampposts and then walk and sprint. And whilst I wouldn't call what I was doing sprinting, it was certainly faster than it would have been if I was trying to go for distance. So yeah, hopefully I'll see the benefits of that. You know, next time I try and do the run proper, I'll be able to go a bit further, hopefully. The only thing I'd say is my shins did start hurting a little bit, which I think probably due to running a bit harder when I was running. But hopefully, you know, alternating between running and the turbo trainer will help with that, because I've had it before and the only thing that really helped was doing exercise other than running, which I'm hoping this bike will. So tomorrow I'm back on the turbo trainer, probably evening, so look out for that video. It'll be unedited, or largely unedited footage of me on the turbo trainer, if everything goes well. Right now I'm going to go home and help my wife cook some tea, and then I'm going to relax, play some video games with my friends online, do some video editing, then go to bed, ready for work starting again tomorrow. Have a good one, everybody. See you later. Hello everyone, it's Tuesday evening, well night right now. It's like 9:45 at night in the UK. It's time for another Zwift session. It should have been done earlier, but I was having trouble logging into Zwift. I think there was some issues with the servers or whatever, but it's in now and I'm ready to go. I've selected a slightly longer route than last time, just to keep up the distance, keep increasing the distance, and then hopefully in the not too distant future we'll start doing some actual training sessions with like intervals and all that kind of stuff. Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, 1st of September. Summer's officially over. Oh no, that's depressing. Probably a bit early for depressing thoughts like that, but yeah, I'm out for a walk because it should be my run day today, but my right hip is giving me a little bit of jip, so I'm going to lay off the running for a little while. I think I might have already mentioned it in a previous entry, but yeah, so I'm out for a walk. It's like quarter to 9, sorry, in the evening, so it's quite dark, so hopefully you can see me okay. So yeah, all good. Things are going pretty good this week. Doing a fair bit of exercise. Shame about the running, but you know, I'm not too disappointed because maybe it'd be better once I've lost a bit of weight anyway. So tomorrow I'm actually going to my office for the first time in a few weeks. Yeah, so it'll be good to see some people, some work colleagues. Bit of a long day because it's in Oxford. It's about a 2-hour drive from here, but still should be fun. Means I probably won't get much exercise in tomorrow because, as I said, it's a 2-hour drive, so you know, leaving the office at sort of 5:30, probably won't be back till 7:30, maybe even 8. So by the time I've eaten something, might be a bit late for exercise. I might try and get a turbo session in just before bed, but if not, I'll probably get up early on Friday morning and do one. Yeah, but it'd be still nice to go to the office. I suppose I might also get a walk in tomorrow lunchtime, because there's not much else to do around lunchtime, because I think with social distancing rules still in place at the office, we're not allowed to lunch together. We have to shout across the canteen, so it's not much fun. But so yeah, so I might just go out for a walk after or before I've had my lunch, get some more steps in. But yeah, so if I do, I'll speak to you then. Have a good one. It's very, very early. Actually, it's not that early, but I'm going into the office today in Oxford, so it's a bit of a drive, but here we go. Hey up everyone, and welcome to Friday of week 1. It's about about 4:45 PM, I guess. I've just finished work for the day, and for the week actually, because I'm off next week, which is all good. Decided to do a probably a very slow and painful Zwift session before tea and settling down for a nice Friday evening in my life. So yeah, so here we are. Let's get to it. Downhill here after this little climb. Well, that was harder than I was expecting, but I did it. I might do that route a couple more times before I move on to a longer route or a hillier route, because yeah, getting used to at least being on the bike for half an hour, maybe a bit less if I can do it a bit quicker, because I've got to admit my backside is a little sore now after I've not been on the bike for so long, but you know, just got to push through it. I've been there before when I first started cycling. Just takes a few weeks for the resistance, you know, the muscles to build up down there to help with it. Anyway.
Hey up everyone, it's the end of week 1, well kind of, more about that in a minute, and I've just completed my weigh-in for the week. Yeah, and I'll give you the results of that in a minute. Basically I need to figure out a way to put my weigh-ins on camera, because I'm sure that's probably more interesting for people to see my reaction in real time of what my weight loss or gain or whatever it is. But yeah, it's going to mean some careful editing, I think, because I like to do my weigh-in after my morning shower, and well, basically I've got some very reflective scales, put it that way, and there's obviously lots of mirrors in the bathroom, etc. So, and I like to do it in not a lot of clothes, let's say. So yeah, I need to figure out a way to do that. Might have to maybe start wearing some shorts or something like that. But yeah, hopefully next week you'll get to see the actual weigh-in as it happens. But in the meantime, probably today I'm just going to just talk about what my weight was. So yeah, in terms of the week 1, technically it's not quite week 1, not quite the end of week 1. Yeah, in terms of the length of the week, basically I started this on Monday, on bank holiday Monday last week, thinking that I would do Monday to Monday, but having been through almost 1 week and actually thought about it a little bit more, I think I prefer to have my weigh-ins before the weekend, because if I'm likely to slip up with food and maybe some beer, it's almost certainly going to be at the weekends, Friday and Saturday nights. So I said what I'm going to do is essentially move my weigh-in days to Friday, but rather than doing my weigh-in yesterday and basically making week 1 4 days, I thought I'd do Saturday today, Saturday this week, and then next week it'll be Saturday to Friday, and then basically Friday to Friday from then on. And then that gives me, you know, if I do have a bit of a slip at the weekend, it gives me the rest of the week to maybe try and work a bit harder than I normally would to try and pull it back. But the other way around, obviously, if the weigh-in was on Monday and I do find myself on an unexpected social occasion with a few beers and a dirty kebab or something horrible like that, then it doesn't give me any time at all to to do anything about it, basically. So yeah, so Friday to Friday. So this week, Saturday to Friday, and then Friday to Friday after that. So let's have a look at my weigh-in. The other thing I should say is I did have a slip up this week as well. On Thursday, basically I had to go to the office on Thursday, which is in Oxford, so it's about 2.5 hour drive from here. And yeah, so I was late back on Thursday night. Neither of myself and my wife could be asked to cook anything. She'd had a shitty day at work with speaking to clients and stuff, so yeah, so we decided to have McDonald's. But I like to think I made slightly healthier choices than I normally would. I didn't have, didn't have 2 burgers or something ridiculous like that. I just had a single meal, which is better than normal. And I was actually quite surprised that I was still under my calorie limit for the day, according to my MyFitnessPal app, thanks to a walk at lunchtime that I had on the Thursday. So yeah, so not great, but could have been worse. So my weigh-in results then. So today I weighed 119.1 kilos, which for any old people like me is 18 stone and just under 11 pounds. So 18 stone, 10.6 roughly. So my weight on Monday was when I started this week thinking it would be Monday to Monday, was 120.6 kilos, which is basically exactly 19 stone. So that is basically a loss of about 1.5 kilos, or just over 3.5 pounds in so just over £3 in 5 days, which, considering it included a Mackie D's on Thursday, I'm pretty happy with that in 5 days. It's obviously, that's a lot of, probably more weight loss than I can sustain over this whole endeavour, but it's a good, it's a good starting point. I tend to, when I do these weight loss things, I tend to lose quite a lot to start with, and then it kind of plateaus off and I need to push a bit harder. So I'm expecting to, the first couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, would probably, as long as I'm sensible, as long as I'm good, will be quite a high weight loss number. But if you look back to last Friday, which is when I sort of decided I was going to do this, and I started doing some practice filming, creating like a mini vlog for the bank holiday weekend. I actually weighed myself on the Friday before the bank holiday, and I was 121.1 kilos, which are 19 stone and 1 pound. So you could say in 8 days I've basically lost 4.5 pounds, or essentially exactly 2 kilos, which is, if I can lose 2 kilos a week, that would be extraordinary and probably not very healthy. But if I can get, essentially what I'd like to do is lose about half a stone a month. That will be sort of my perfect progress, I think. That'll give me sort of 2.5, maybe 3 stone by the end of the year, which would be awesome, and set me up really nice for losing a few more for the summer next year, which is essentially where I want to be. I want to be back to, well, not back to, but fit, so I can partake in lots of activities and that kind of stuff. So basically next week, my plan is to have like a little dashboard that I can display on the video. At the end of the video, basically shows my stats for the weekend in total. I've had a pretty busy week at work this week though, so I haven't had a chance to do that, but I am off next week, so I'm hoping to get that sorted. It didn't help that my scales, which are these like smart scales, they didn't sync properly to my various apps, so I was going to show you like the website, my dashboard from MyFitnessPal, but my scales hasn't synced the data to there, so I need to look at that. But I didn't have time to do it this morning because we're about to head out for the day. So yeah, next week hopefully there'll be a nice dashboard that will show you a bit like graphically what progress I've made, as well as hopefully a way of filming my weight loss. My weigh-in, so you can see my immediate reaction. So onwards to next week and week 2. As I say, it's going to be again a 6-day week because I'm going to weigh in on Friday next week. But as I say, I'm not at work next week, which is great. So I think the weather's not going to be too bad as well. So hopefully there'll be a potential for some days out. So there'll be a bit more like sightseeing, vlogging, and also I keep saying vlogging, but my wife tells me off. It's vlog, obviously. So yeah, so there'll be potential for some days out maybe, and also some outdoor activities. Might even go out for an actual bike ride maybe, watch the space, but if not, walking. Might try a bit of running again because my hip's feeling a bit better. I was going to go this morning, but it did start twinging a little bit once I got out of bed, and also I forgot to put my running watch on charge after a turbo session yesterday, so I didn't have enough battery to record it. So I didn't really feel like going out and not recording my run, which would be a shame, basically. So yeah, so next week is looking good in terms of activities, but it's not looking so good in terms of food, because one thing that's happening next week is my wife's birthday, so we're planning to go out for a meal, which, I'll try and make healthy choices, but, we don't go out for meals very often. Certainly haven't been out for meals very often in the last couple of years, as most people haven't. So it's probably going to be a bit of a blowout, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully I can make some healthier choices, and also just maybe just up my exercise a bit to trying to prepare for the extra intake of calories. Also today we're heading out to Shrewsbury Food Festival. This is not somewhere I've been before, but I've heard good things in terms of it's a nice day out, but it's almost certain to involve some pretty nice and maybe slightly unhealthy food. I'm sure there's healthy food there as well, but who does that? Me, should be me, I know, it should be me. But there's also a beer tent, and promised to meet my neighbour there for a beer, so there's going to be at least 1 or 2 beers included. But my other neighbour is also going to be there with her cycle club, so and giving people tandem rides around the park, so I might partake in that. I did go out for a quick ride on a tandem last night with her, which was good fun. So yeah, maybe maybe a bit of that. I'll film a little bit of it maybe, but there'll be a lot of folks around, including families and kids and things like that. So I'm still not quite comfortable about filming myself or even others in public. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Drop a like on the video if you did like it. If you didn't like it, dislike it as well. But if you do that, as I always say, if you do dislike it, just drop me a comment. Tell me why, so I can improve for next time. I know I'm still not exactly a raconteur in front of the camera, so hopefully that'll improve. But yeah, at the moment, obviously it's a little bit stale. But as things move on, hopefully there'll be more activities and a bit more fun to be had. Also, just let me know if you're on a similar journey to me. Let me know how you're getting on in the comments and what you're doing to lose weight, and I'll basically try and. My aim is to reply to every genuine comment. Obviously, there's probably going to be bot comments and things like that, and I may not reply to those. But yeah, if you're a genuine YouTube comment, then I will reply to it. So have a good week, and I'll see you at the end of next week, basically.